In this part of the lecture, we shall learn about the early materials for wind and geothermal energy. Wind energy is another valuable renewable resource and can be utilized in many ways. Moving air is called wind, and wind energy is utilizable energy harnessed from the kinetic energy of the moving air. Wind is an indirect form of solar energy. It is created during the heating of the atmosphere by solar energy, earth and oceans. It is estimated that 1 to 2% of the solar radiation incident on this earth is converted to wind energy, and early forms of wind turbines were the windmills. The history of windmills is very old. Windmills are known to exist since 1st century AD, and these were used for grinding grains. Modern days wind turbines are the new designs invented during 19th century AD. Modern turbines which exist at the present time were created after years of innovation and scientific research. Modern turbines are designed to produce electricity. Windmills are known to exist since 1st century AD, and these were used for pumping of water and grinding of grains. Windmills are used to pump water in China in 200 BC and grind grains in Persia and the Middle East as well. In India, Tibet, and China, there had been age-old traditions of installing prayer wheels since the origin of Buddhist monasteries. Other major applications we have in evidence is sailboats since 5000 BC, which drove across and down the river Nile. Indus Valley Civilization people had developed functional maritime for trade and collaboration across different cities and civilizations, and mainly by the sea route through these sailboats. Geothermal energy is apparent at the places where the Earth's crust is thin and water bodies have boiling waters, such as hot springs and geysers. In ancient times, the hot mineral springs have been used for bathing, cooking, and eating. They also felt that mineral, especially sulfur-rich waters, was a natural way to heal and cure skin diseases. Geothermal energy is created from conversion of residual heat which is continuously produced inside the earth by the radioactive decomposition of the rocks arising from the movement of the lithospheric plates. This energy is located everywhere below the earth's surface. Where the earth's crust is thin, this energy comes out in the form of hot springs or geysers. The 10-kilometer layer of the Earth's mantle contains enough energy to cover the global energy demand for several thousand years. The most potent areas for utilization of geothermal energy are located on the boundaries of the lithospheric plates. One of the most active geothermal areas in the world is situated in the Pacific Ocean and is called as Ring of Fire. Most of the USA geothermal power plants are installed along the coastal areas of western states and close to this Ring of Fire. Utilization of geothermal energies dates back to Paleolithic times. Here in these pictures we can see people taking bath in hot water spring. The hot water spring in India are rich in the minerals and known to heal and cure skin diseases. Another picture shows a lady in the Maori village in New Zealand for cooking food. In this slide, we shall see the utilization of biomass energy other than burning it to make fire to cook food, that is, heating the house floor for keeping it warm during the winters. Here is a picture of a structure called ondol in old houses in South Korea. The floor part of the house is kept hollow and layered with clay and rocks, and outside is constructed a kitchen. Fire is lit for cooking food and the hot air is siphoned inside the hollow area under the floor. The floor is supported by pillars. The hot air flowing under the floor keeps the house warm and cozy for the people residing inside. At the outside is the chimney at the opposite end to extract the fumes out. In modern housings, underfloor heating system and radiators are employed. Radiators are more common in Western countries, whereas in South Korea, the underfloor heating system is more popular. This comes from the evolution from the age-old architectural methods of Ondol, and here in this picture, a comparison between two systems are shown. The underfloor heating system is considered to be an advantage. The underfloor heating system consists of efficient electric or hydronic heating elements which are embedded in cementitious flooring with excellent thermal conduction properties, which creates more comfortable temperature throughout the room space as well as uniform and gradual heat distribution across the entire room. On the other hand, the radiating heating system consists of heating radiators run by electricity, and it creates warm head cold feet syndrome resulting from heat in the upper layers. Also, the convection carriers heat up the walls more to the ceiling and misses the room interiors and the floor areas. At the same time, the water needs to be hotter in convectional radiator system than in hydronic underfloor heating system. Below are some examples of the floor heating system in construction in the Korean houses. This brings us to conclude the introductory part of today's lecture on materials for energy. The next part will deal with the materials for information, which is very interesting. Here you have to answer a question, and this is your assignment question. Which of the early inventions do you think is most crucial and why? Please write 1 to 2 paragraphs explaining your opinion and email to me. Your submission of assignment answers will mark your attendance as well. Let's move on to the next part of the lecture.